Hi, this is Ushio, and welcome back to Chicken Please. We are very deep. We're in up to our necks in very bad things. So we just interviewed Zip because he's on the run, and he got himself arrested because he figured that being arrested was safer than being with the gangsters. Hopefully it works out. So we're going to head out. We're going to talk to Bubo because we have got a piece of evidence, which is a tag which we suspect was on a corpse that Zip was blackmailed into disposing of. It's getting a bit complicated, so let's head out. We need to go. Bubo, where are ya? Or should we go somewhere else? No, I don't think so. Straight to Bubo's.
Hello, Ursula, dear. Oh, what's the rush? Is there something wrong?
This is the first time we've met Ursula. Hello.
Wrong. Wrong! That dim-witted, insane, ragged old stinky owl. That's what's wrong.
Whoa. It's all right, Ursula. Just tell us what happened.
What happened? You happened. And Westler's goons. It was supposed to be the only day of the year we could have relaxed a little.
We're sorry, Ursula. You're right.
Like I care, Marty. I'm tired of this. Tired of the bitter old owl, and I'm tired of waiting.
And?
Never mind. I'm going. This time, I'm going for good.
Hang in there, Ursula. And if there's anything we can do to help...
Anything? Of course there is, my dear. I never want to see your faces again.
Ouch. I'm gonna try to talk to the old owl, all right?
Good luck with that.
Oh, and Ursula, thanks for all you've done for us. With the car.
You know, I'm starting to regret it.
That was...
Rough.
yeah.
But understandable. I only see Bubo once a year, and even that's way too much.
A lot of people feel the same about us.
Yeah, that's true.
So Ursula, yeah, she rescued our car and she brought it back for us so we can now drive around. But yeah, she's in a relationship with Bubo, and I'm guessing they're having a bit of an argument right now. How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Doc? Somehow we guessed we'd find you still awake.
Stop playing innocent. I've heard that little intermezzo. I have the ears of an owl, you know.
We're very sorry, Bubo. I'm sure she'll come back.
Of course she'll come back. She loves me. I don't know why. And she's afraid that I'll drink myself to death once she's gone for good.
She's not wrong about that.
What do you want? Haven't you caused enough trouble already?
We're here for some information. Then we'll be out of your hair. I mean, feathers.
Who cares? So what do you want? And be quick about it.
Cool, we can ask these questions and then leave them to it. Tell us about your partner. How's she getting on?
Say, Bubo, about Ursula.
What about her?
Well, that's just it. What if she's not coming back? I'm a little worried about you, Doc. And you know that's not my style.
Well, don't worry, boys. The wind's blowing, the sun's shining.
And Ursula always comes back.
Exactly. There are things in the universe that are unchangeable.
Touching, but you should be prepared for the worst. I thought Molly was coming back too, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I trust Ursula, Sonny. What else can I do?
Well, to be honest, that's all you can do.
We haven't heard about what happened to Molly. We know that she ended up working in the Nile, but otherwise, thereafter, I'm not sure. Okay, let's talk about this wristband.
What do you know about this wristband, Bubo?
Zip said they gave these to patients in hospitals. That's why we came back to you.
Something similar, yes, but not exactly the same. It's different.
And?
And what?
Well, what do you think? Where's this from?
How the hoot would I know, Sonny? What am I, some kind of psychic? That I put my hands on it and tell you?
Okay, let's try another approach.
So, if it was a corpse, would that mean it's like a mortuary wristband or something?
Do you have any idea why Wessler's men were looking for Zip so hard?
I don't. How should I know? Why should I care?
He had to hide a body. The body of someone Wessler killed. The wristband is from the corpse.
Really?
That rang a bell, old owl.
Well, boys, if I'm right, you're in deep shit.
That's more like it.
Tell us, Bubo.
So, Wessler, the wristband, and a corpse, huh? It looks very much like I know the connection. Or at least I have a hunch.
Out with it, Owlface.
Okay, don't peck me, chickens. Hobart Ibn Wessler has a relative who happens to be a resident at an insane asylum. The band is very likely from there.
What is this twist that we've just come across?
Wait, a relative? What kind of relative?
Yeah. You don't know? I thought you were the detectives. Anyway, Ibn Wessler has a twin brother, Albert.
Okay, we've got the twin brother twist. Sure.
Albert Wessler.
Oh, you put it together very skillfully, Marty. Yes, Albert Wessler. He's a madman kept in solitary confinement.
Do you think he's the corpse? But why?
How the hell should I know that?
Wait, he killed off his own brother?
Thanks, Bubo. If what you told us is true, then this time we'll owe you one.
Will wonders never cease?
That's crazy twist. Tell us more about Albert.
So, Albert Wessler. Which asylum do you mean, Bubo?
It's got some fancy long name. I don't remember, but I have a brochure. Let me find it for you.
Thanks, Bubo.
Here it is. Let There Be Peace Forever. Mental Institution for Ill and Damaged Minds. Quite a beakful.
Where can we find it? I've never heard of it.
It's a good 6-hour drive from Clawville. Maybe more. But you'll find everything in the brochure.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
Whew. Finally? Now get your chicken scratchers out of here while I'm asking nicely. Just one more thing.
What's that, Bubo?
If that someone was really Albert Wessler, the trouble's bigger than you think.
It's always bigger than we think, Bubo. We're used to it.
You don't understand. Ibn Wessler never loved and respected anyone in his life like he did his brother Albert.
Hang on. Wait. If he loved his brother, does that mean he didn't order the hit? He didn't order him to get killed? So, who did kill his brother?
So what?
Then the problem's bigger than we thought. A cornered rat bites.
Oh, thanks for worrying about us, Doc. But there's no way back from here. Too far, too late.
We're like hounds, old man. Once we've caught someone's leg, we never let it go.
Who? Not while you're alive, eh?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, goodbye then, fellas. And I wouldn't mind if you never visited me again.
The pleasure was all ours, Doc.
Is there one more question? One more question. Tell us about Zip.
That rat you mentioned was Zip.
Should I be surprised or what? I knew it was him.
Yeah, we knew you knew.
What did that old raccoon do this time?
Ibn was blackmailing him with something. That's what we wanted to ask you. Do you know anything about it?
I don't care about Wessler's dealings, Sonny. I patch up whoever winds up here, and I don't care if they're cops or gangsters.
Or gangster cops.
It's the same thing.
Oh, brother.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, the whole thing with the brother, this is a new thing for sure. Let there be peace forever. Mental institution for the ill and damaged minds.
You're the best, Bubo. You finally proved useful.
We're waiting for you. Call us. 555966. I think that we need to make a phone call. But what is going on? What is going on? The wristband comes from a corpse Zip had to hide in the hive on Wessler's orders. The wristband is very likely from an insane asylum where Ibn Wessler's secret twin brother was being treated. But if he loved his brother, why would he order him to have the body just thrown like that? Things still don't quite make sense to me. I don't quite get it. So Hotel Atlas is back home. The newsstand, Tsar Club. Yeah, we'll go back home.
We had to gather ourselves, take a deep breath, and think over what we knew so far. What the chickens had I got myself into? What had I dragged Marty into? Moreover, what had we pulled the whole city into? This was going to be one of those cases that changed things forever. But I wasn't worried about myself. It didn't matter to me. Too many pieces had been plucked off this old rooster. But Marty's different. He's too good of a bird and too good of a cop to end up like me.
A secret twin brother? Sonny, I'm starting to feel like we're really in a detective novel. A cheap one.
Yeah, but, listen, Marty.
What is it, Boss Bird?
I think it's best if we go our separate ways.
What? Are you joking? I know you have a weak sense of humor, but there's a limit to everything.
I'm not joking, Marty.
Well, I certainly hope you are.
Whatever comes next, you don't need to be mixed up in it. You have someone to go home to.
God damn it, Sonny. Can you hear yourself? What do you think? I endured all this to give up now? What do you take me for? No, pal. You're not getting rid of me so easily.
I just want you to keep your career and your life intact, you moron. Just accept it, shake my hand, and go home. Your wife, Laura's waiting for you.
One more word, Sonny, and I swear I'm gonna bash your beak in. I risked my life more than once tonight. You know why?
No. Why?
Because we're a team. We have been a team for almost a decade. I don't care what Blood Boil says or whatever's on a goddamn piece of paper. We're the Chicken Police, Sonny. And we always will be.
I'm sorry. You're right.
We're gonna go to that insane asylum and wrap this shit up fast and clean. Yeah, just like you said, even if it kills us.
Be careful.
Thanks, Marty. Without you, I'd most likely already be sleeping the big sleep.
Birds of a feather flock together, right?
Like you say, partner.
Let's drop this before you start crying on me, okay?
I hope not.
You almost just did.
Clock off, Marty.
That's the spirit. The Sonny I know and hate.
But yeah, it's tricky. Shall we talk about it a bit more?
What do you think, Marty?
What? You care what I think? You must have hit your head pretty bad.
Stop fooling around, Marty. I'm serious.
Well, I think we're in deep shit. But to be honest, Ibn Wessler is in deeper shit.
Do you think he really murdered his brother? But why? And what does it have to do with Natasha and the threats?
Doesn't add up yet. Something's missing. Let's visit the institution and try to find out what we can about this Albert Wessler fella.
Exactly. If he's the dead body, we've got to know what the motive was. If we can't, and if he's still alive, we gotta ask him directly.
And what do you think, Sonny?
I think Ibn, Albert, and Natasha are the three key players in this case, and that all of it has something to do with the brothel.
And the fact that Natasha used to be a... courtesan?
Yeah, that too.
Listen, Sonny, about Molly...
Oh, just forget it, Marty, okay? She's not part of my life anymore, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Forget it. Let's concentrate on the case, and on making it out alive, and helping Natasha, too.
Whatever you say, Boss Bird. So you think Natasha's really in danger?
It could be, or she could even be behind everything.
No, you don't believe that.
I'm not sure what I believe, Marty. Let's see. Things got mixed up at the brothel.
Time to do an investigation. Okay, things did get mixed up at the brothel, so that was... Yeah. No? I thought it was either us. Oh, Natasha. Okay, so we got Ibn. What, Wessler's twin? No. Corpse with a wristband? Natasha's secret. Alright, connect those dots. Natasha was the courtesan before, and Ibn tried to keep it a secret. Yeah. Ibn found out Natasha was a spy. Natasha worked at the brothel, and Zyros wanted to keep that a secret because she's with Ibn. Natasha was a secret lover of Zip, and Ibn knows. No. Ibn tried to keep her past secret. I think that's right.
Natasha used to work there, that's obvious. And Ibn wanted to keep that a secret.
Okay. So from that, we have another clue. Painting piece. And the magnum. No. Badge. No. Let's just try everything. Deborah got killed though. That was a thing. Oh, it's gotta be a clue. So Ibn's brother's wristband, apparently.
A secret, it seems. Somebody else had to pay for.
Zip killed someone to keep this a secret on Ibn Wessler's orders. The wristband is the key, and the evidence that Zip killed someone because of Natasha's secret. Zip dealt with the body and kept the wristband to himself. Zip stole the wristband from Ibn Wessler. Zip dealt with the body. He said he didn't kill anybody himself.
Somebody died for that secret. Zip hid the body, but he kept the wristband.
So, it was his twin.
Who could it belong to?
Albert Wessler, the resident of an insane asylum. The dead body was Wessler himself. Wow. There is no dead body. The whole thing was a hoax. Or someone from the royal family. That's a bit of a thing. Are we sure that Albert is the victim? That he's actually the body we got? But we'll go with it.
The dead body was almost certainly Albert Wessler, a resident of an insane asylum. But why did he have to die?
And does Ibn even know? He must do, I suppose. Not quite sure how long ago that, you know, when was this body dumped? How long ago was it? I'm not sure. So I can either keep talking or we can try the phone number. Let's keep talking for now.
So where exactly is this place?
A few hours' drive from here, in the middle of nowhere. It's a creepy old mansion, of course.
You think it's a good idea to go there? What if it's a trap?
I told you, you can still go back.
Huh, wouldn't you love that? No such luck, boss. If I get killed or locked up forever in an insane asylum, that's gonna be on you.
Thanks, pal. I deserved that.
Next question. Natasha, it's been a while. We've only actually spoken to her the one time. We've not spoken to her since, well, we discovered a body in her house and everything that happened thereafter.
You still trust her?
I never trusted her, Marty.
I mean, you believe her?
I'm sure she was honestly afraid. People don't fake it that easy. But I can understand why she didn't tell us about her former profession.
Or how she knows Molly.
Yeah, that too. And the death of Deborah complicated things even more.
Hey, Sonny, she didn't seduce you, right? I mean, Natasha.
Ah, don't be stupid, Marty. My old ticker hasn't been beating for a long time. Not that way, anyway.
Yeah, all right, boss.
How about the wristband?
So what do you think happened to the corpse?
Probably been eaten. Horrible to think about, but even if half of what they say about the Hive is true, starvation, riots, arson, predation.
You're telling me. Makes my feathers stand on end when I think about what goes on in there. And we pretend we don't know about it. As if Roachtown isn't even part of Clawville.
This won't end well. I'm afraid soon Clawville's gonna burn once again. And because of its own foolishness.
Well, that's if another meat war doesn't break out first. 'Cause then, the whole wilderness will burn.
Lovely prospects, eh?
Either way, it was a damn clever move for Wessler to hide the body in Roachtown.
It's the only place no one will ever find it.
Like the belly of a burning ship.
Oh, I think that was an intentional red herring.
Sounds about right.
Okay, and Zip is currently in the PD.
Who'd have thought? I believed that little rat. I thought he'd changed. Idiot.
There's a point when it's too late to change, Marty. His past caught up with him. Whatever he did since then doesn't matter.
Not much.
Exactly. And that's the case with us, too. That's why I won't back down. Even though a voice in my head is screaming right now, leave it all to hell and have another drink.
Maybe we should do that.
Maybe we should.
Okay, that's enough conversations for now. I'm gonna phone these guys. Let's look at the number one more time. 555966. Okay. 5 5 5 9 6 6. Maybe we can ask someone rather than driving right out of town. Hello?
Hello. You've called the Let There Be Peace Forever mental institution for ill and damaged minds. What can I do for you, sir? Or madam?
Well, I'd like to inquire about a patient who I believe is being treated at your institution. His name is Albert Wessler.
I'm sorry, sir, but I can't give out that information if you don't have the password given to relatives. Do you have one?
Unfortunately, I don't have that. I'm not a relative. I'm calling from the Clawville Police Department.
Oh, I see. In that case, officer, I'd advise you to visit our institution personally. Our director and I would be happy to answer your questions.
Thank you, miss. I guess I'll do that.
We'll welcome you with open arms, sir. Have yourself a beautiful, starlit night.
Oh, thanks. Goodbye.
These guys are creepy.
See you soon.
No, creepy. I'm not sure about that.
So,
We have to go there.
the thought gives me goosebumps.
Chicken bumps aren't good enough for you?
Ha ha ha.
I guess we're gonna go. Let's go visit somewhere. Wait, how do we get out? The map has been deactivated. Maybe there's something else we need to agree on. Let's talk.
So, I get the couch?
It'd be better if I called Lewis. He'll open up a room for you to sleep in.
Whew, great idea.
It's been a while since we spoke to Lewis. 555932. Let's make another call. 5 5 5 9 3 2. It's been a while, Lewis. Hopefully he's around. Hello?
Hey, Lewis, it's me
We're
again.
always bothering this guy.
Oh, hello, Sonny. What's up?
Were you sleeping, pal?
Me? Oh, I wasn't. Anyway, I'm always at your service.
Would you open up a room for Marty?
Naturally, Sonny.
Thanks, Lewis. I'm not even gonna say it.
I will. You owe me one. Again.
Yeah.
So we can go to the insane asylum. This is not a term that is generally used in like modern day discussion, but in the realms of like a hard-boiled kind of like a 1950s noir setting, it's what we're gonna go with. Let's go visit. Chapter 4 of the story.
I slept like I used to sleep years ago. Like a miner or a soldier. Empty. Dead tired. Then I saw Tessa. My darling little daughter. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't recall her face. I reached out to her, but she just kept getting further and further away. Then I saw Molly. But she wasn't real. Just the ghost of a memory. I'm here, I cried. But all I heard was laughter. Not hers. Who's there? Suddenly, she appeared. Natasha. Just stood there laughing. But her eyes were cold. Then she said something. Painted red. Paint it red. Paint it red. That was just a dream, Sonny. Nothing more. I looked at Marty and I saw the same thing in his eyes as he probably saw in mine. It's time to hit the brakes, to turn back, go home and forget about all of this. Of course, I stepped on the gas instead. Honestly, I wasn't expecting anything good, but this...
Ooh, just like a horror movie.
I was thinking the same.
Appearances can be deceiving.
Let's hope so.
So we've made it to the asylum. Got the stairs. There's a resident. A weird mural. It's very colourful. Okay. Got someone giving out food to all the people down here.
This picture...
It's very...
special?
Colourful. Colourful, colourful, colourful. So, what do we do? Just look around? Let's talk to the resident. Hello.
This guy seems strangely familiar to me.
You don't say. You've been treated here too. That would explain a lot.
Oh, don't be stupid. I'm serious. Take a closer look.
No.
Well?
No, it can't be. Are you telling me it's him? M.B. Davis himself?
I'm sure of it, pal. It seems the gossip was true. The eternal king of jazz in a madhouse.
Oh, no. The poor devil.
Oh, he's a musician that we admire. Could look out the window. What's the view like?
Even if you manage to escape, there's nothing but hills and forests for 100 miles.
Imagine how many poor lunatic ghosts must haunt those woods.
Ooh, Sonny, you're creeping me out.
Yeah, this isn't doing a lot to dispel any kind of like stereotypes regarding mental health. This is actually quite old-fashioned attitudes. Let's talk to Miranda. Hello?
Of all the great wild ones,
Greetings, miss.
is it really you?
Well,
Yes, it really is you, the chicken police.
So Miranda's kind of tall.
I'm afraid so.
Of all that's furry and plumey, that's fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Miss, we'd like to ask...
Please, don't be scared. I'm just really excited. You know, I've read every book about you and your adventures, and I even collected newspaper articles when I was a little girl.
Got ourselves a super fan, okay?
Indeed.
You can't imagine what an honor it is to meet you in person.
We really...
Oh God, oh God, oh God. Take a deep breath, Miranda. Take a deep breath.
Are you okay, miss?
You're gonna have to like slow down. Slow down, please.
Yes, I am. I just needed some air. So, dear detectives, Santino and Martin, what can I do for you?
Well, miss, we have some questions, if you don't mind.
I'd love to answer all of your questions, detectives.
I guess it's good. I guess it's good in a way that, as she's a fan, wouldn't that make her more available to answer questions for us? So, there's Miranda. She is a giraffe and a big fan. A big fan. So let's ask the questions.
Say, miss, what can you tell us about this place?
Our institution was standing even before the Great Meat War, and during the war, it was transformed into a military hospital. Since then, we're relentlessly working on treating injured minds under the leadership of Dr. Quetzal, the famous specialist.
The place seems pretty empty. Do many people work here?
We have 32 residents and 7 nurses, including me. We also have a 3-person maintenance and cleaning staff, and, of course, the heart and soul of our institution, Dr. Quetzal himself.
It's quite a lot of people. Fairly high-intensity care they give here.
I see. Now, this Dr. Quetzal, is he the director here?
Exactly. Director, scientist, researcher, patron, and doctor. and even a friend.
Quite a guy.
He certainly is.
Tell us about, was it Dr. Jesus Quetzalcoatl?
So who is this Dr. Quetzal exactly?
He's a world-famous researcher of the mind, Mr. Featherland. He published countless books in the fields of psychology and psychotherapy.
Psycho... what?
Unraveling the mind. It's the most crucial mission of the century, Mr. McChicken.
That's really good to know.
So this doctor's some celebrity, right? Does he usually meet other important persons?
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
Well, like Mr. Hobart Wessler, for example.
Ah, yes. That's something you should ask the doctor himself, but unfortunately, I don't think he has time right now.
He's swamped, is he?
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. He is very, very, very busy. All the time.
I thought so.
Should we show her the wristband? I mean, is this one of yours?
Now, what can you say about this, miss? Have you seen anything like it?
Of course. Our residents wear these for identification. But how did you come by it? They only wear them inside the institution.
Wasn't it that they only have 32 patients? You really wouldn't need to number them in that way, would you?
Huh. I see.
The wristband does belong to one of our residents. But I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you more due to regulations.
Oh, come on, Miranda. It's us, the Chicken Police.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Miranda, this case is a matter of life and death. Lives are in your hands.
All right. All right. I'll do it. Albert Wessler. The patient's name is Albert Thaddeus Wessler.
Figures. Just as we thought.
Thank you, Miranda. We'll never forget this.
Please, don't make me blush. And don't tell anyone you heard it from me.
Oh, we won't. I promise.
So that has confirmed what we already suspected. Tell us about Albert.
So when can we talk to Mr. Wessler?
I need to ask Dr. Quetzal. Please wait here.
Thank you.
But we suspect that he's dead. So maybe we'll get told we can't see him? Can we go down the corridor?
We should go to reception first. Let them know we're here.
The reception's currently empty. Can we go upstairs?
Dr. Quetzal will see you. He's waiting for you in his office. Up the stairs, all the way down the hall, until the last door.
What a surprise. It's enough to mention Wessler's name and all the doors are open.
I wouldn't want to get mixed up in this, but do you think Albert is in danger?
We suspect that he's dead, but we'll have to find out.
Danger? What do you mean?
We haven't heard from him since he disappeared, and we're really, really worried.
I see. We don't know yet, miss, but let's hope for the best.
Great wild ones protect him.
Oh,
Where
man.
is he?
Oh, man.
No idea, Marty.
The smell of all that's furry. I'll never get used to it.
Well, reptiles have a disgusting body odor, Marty, but they feel exactly the same about us.
Exactly. Great wild ones, you scared the hell out of me.
I already sensed your arrival from afar. You know, snakes have a different sense of smell. And birds used to be our prey once upon a time.
Well, yeah. Luckily, we're living in civilized times.
Lucky. Please take a seat. How can I help you, gentlemen?
We have got big questions about one of your patients. So apparently he's missing, according to the nurse. Let's have a look at what are the walls like. You need a bit of a paint job here, pal.
Your office is rather Puritan. Simple, I mean.
Ain't that the truth?
Well, yes. I can't let my mind wander from my work. I only keep what's essential in my office.
I see. That makes sense.
What else have we got? A window. There's not a lot going on, really. Got a desk. Let's just talk to the guy. Hello.
To be honest, gentlemen, your visit is anything but a surprise. I could even say I was expecting it.
What an introduction.
Please forgive me. I have the bad habit of immediately getting into the middle of things. How very rude of me. My name is Dr. Sessuus Quetzalcoatl, but most call me Dr. Quetzal to keep it simple.
The name is Santino Featherland, and this is my partner, Martin McChicken,
From the Predatory Division of the Clawville Police Department. Your fame is one step ahead of you.
We're used to it.
Certainly.
We have some questions about one of your patients, if you don't mind. We'd like to talk to him, if that's possible.
Please be specific, Detective.
We want to talk to Albert Wessler, please.
Look, Doctor, we're too tired to play cat and mouse. Not that snake and chicken sounds any better.
Very funny, I must say. Just what I expected from you two detectives.
We know you know it's about Albert Wessler, Ibn Wessler's secret twin. Ever since we've said his name, all the doors have miraculously opened. That's what we call a bullseye.
Well, yes. Why should I deny it? We're talking about a rather illustrious patient here, who's also a very particular medical case.
Now, that's much more interesting. So, are you willing to talk about him?
Because Albert, regrettably, has disappeared, and you are police detectives, I have no reason not to talk to you. Of course, I'm at your service. But you must understand, I can't disclose information about my patients.
There's going to be, confidentiality issues here.
Not even if it's a matter of life and death?
Everything's a matter of life and death in here, Detective. This is a hospital, even if it's primarily for the mind, not the body.
Still, I'd like to give the impossible a try.
Please, Detective, just do your job, and I'll do mine.
Well, let's ask some questions. So, have another look at the people. Still don't know who this is, but otherwise, we have filled it out. Interesting. So we'll get straight to the point. Tell us about Albert.
How long was Albert a resident of the institution?
For quite some time. His first symptoms surfaced in his teens. Depression, panic attacks, and schizophrenia.
Was he brought here immediately after the first signs that something wasn't right?
You know, the biggest problem with an opinion on insanity is that animals are ashamed of it. That's the reason our institution stands out here in the middle of nowhere.
Because animals would rather hide what they're afraid to face.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
As far as I know, the Wessler family wasn't exceptionally wealthy.
Indeed, they were rather poor, but we offer our services gratis.
Then how do you sustain yourselves?
By the grace of the treasury of King Hector III, of course.
So it's a public service.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
My family and the royal dynasty had always been on good terms, Mr. Santino.
This dude's got connections in high places. Talk about the asylum.
What kind of a place is this exactly? I assume it wasn't built as an insane asylum.
It used to be a mansion. Construction started during the occupation in 622. Then it stood empty for almost a century, until finally it went to the crown of Clawville when Hector's great-grandfather took the throne. The rest is history.
How long have you been working here?
I've worked here for more than 30 years, but it's been in my family's possession for almost 150 years.
So if I count correctly, as soon as it went to the crown, it was seized by your family.
That's almost accurate, Mr. Featherland.
What a lovely inheritance.
Madame Zyras, what's she got to do with this?
Tell me, Doctor, do you know Madame Zavas?
Just like everybody else, I've heard of her, but I never had the pleasure of meeting her in person. I'm sure she's an interesting case.
Oh, you can be sure about that. I'd gladly get you two together if I had the chance. A spare cell would suit her very much.
Is that so?
As it turns out, she likes small, narrow, secret places.
Oh, I see. What a coincidence.
I guess there's nothing for it. We're gonna do our questions.
Dr. Quetzal's a real mystery. But I can turn that to my advantage. I just need to focus on the strangest pieces of the puzzle.
He's mysterious. So, when did Albert become a resident of the Institute?
So, when did Albert become a resident of your institute?
Albert and Hobart, or Ibn as you call him, arrived here almost exactly 4 years ago.
Could you describe that day more specifically?
It was not long after New Year's Eve, maybe the first week of the year, if I'm not mistaken. It was sleeting that day. Wind was banging incessantly on the windows. The power was going out for short periods of time.
What was your first impression of them?
I already knew the Wessler name. I knew who they were. Or at least I knew one of them, Hobart Wessler. He was famous. Gangster, moneylender, celebrity, lover.
And Albert?
He was new to me, an invisible gray ghost. The family had tried to keep his existence a secret.
Why?
Because they were ashamed of him, of course, Mr. Featherland. That's how it usually is.
What was your first impression of him?
He was silent, but observed everything that surrounded him. His eyes were constantly moving, never stopped for a second.
Was he afraid?
I wouldn't say so. It seemed to me that he wanted to move into our institution voluntarily. It looked as if he couldn't wait to be here, alone, locked up in silence and darkness.
Didn't you think of that as unusual?
Of course I did, but who am I to judge? It was rather special treatment.
Interesting. So I've had a bit of a thought. If these guys are twins, and you've got a guy who's characterized as having schizophrenia, which is like a personality disorder, there's nothing to say that these guys might not have swapped or switched at some point. So let's ask. He's mysterious and addicted to details. Let's talk about the special treatment then.
What kind of special treatment did Albert get?
You know, if an institution like ours has to accept a Wessler as a guest, there's bound to be some favoritism.
And complete secrecy, I guess.
Yes, but that's the case for all our patients, Mr. Featherland.
Of course. So in what way did he receive more than the others?
Basically, we don't admit anyone into our institution without a complete and thorough prior assessment. In the case of Albert, we put that aside.
So you didn't even know if he had anything wrong with him?
Initially, no. He was more of a guest than a patient.
Oh, he's a daydreamer. How did you see Albert when you first met? Did you think he was a threat to others? How did Albert relate to you? How about that one?
How did Albert relate to you?
Albert was immensely sophisticated and polite, so much so that his true emotions and thoughts could not be deciphered.
And that's why you thought of him as an exciting case.
That's right, Mr. Featherland. I see you're starting to get to know me in some way.
I'm just doing my job, Doctor.
You and me both.
So he's analysing us as we're analysing him. Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities? I think that this is potentially a big clue.
Are you telling me Albert had multiple personalities?
We found out very quickly that there was no other reason for the cause of his seizures. He had a cold and calculating personality who sometimes, especially on stormy days, took the reins over their shared mind.
He had these seizures from the beginning.
Yes, Mr. Featherland, but they started to intensify after Albert left our institution for the first time.
He did what? Left the institution? More than once?
Oh, yes, Mr. Featherland. Albert left the institution on several occasions until the last time, when he failed to come back.
Quetzal's not only very observant, but he's addicted to details. I must focus on that if I want to get closer to the truth. Focus. Addicted to details.
He's confused. Wow. How could you let Albert leave the place? When and why did he leave for the first time? So you could just walk in and out? You're keeping something from me. He likes details, so if I'm asking specifics, that's the better thing, yeah? When and why did he leave the institution for the first time?
When and why did Albert leave the institution for the first time?
It was about 2 years ago. Mr. Hobart Wessler appeared and demanded we let his brother go free. Naturally, we obliged. We had no idea if we'd ever see him again.
But you did.
He returned the same day. Albert was ecstatic. He was unrestrained. I could almost say happy.
That was unusual for him?
I had never seen him like that before, Mr. Featherland. He just smiled and stared at the empty wall for hours.
Did he ever tell you what happened to him outside?
Of course he did. Albert and I had a good relationship. He was working on a painting for his brother.
Is that the painting we saw in the foyer?
Was it a painting of a lovely lady cat?
Oh, exactly. So you already knew about that.
Yes, Dr. Quetzal, I've seen it.
Oh, that was somewhere else. Has Albert ever talked to you about Natasha? Did Albert tell you about his relationship with his brother? So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting. Did Albert tell you how he felt about the painting? Let's try... how many occasions? Details, yeah.
So Albert left on many occasions to continue working on the painting.
Exactly, Mr. Featherland. Every time he came back, he was like a different person. But unfortunately, his seizures also multiplied and became more dangerous.
More dangerous?
Albert was hurting himself. And on one occasion, he even tried to hurt me. It was unprecedented. It seemed his confined personality was taking over their shared mind entirely, piece by piece.
Do you think the painting caused it?
Not the painting, Mr. Featherland.
But its subject.
Exactly. He was obsessed, right until that fateful day when he returned to us for the last time.
He was obsessed over Natasha.
What exactly happened that day, Doctor?
It wasn't Hobart who brought his brother back that day, but 2 of his gorillas. Not literally, I mean. And Albert was in a terrible, terrible state.
What happened to him?
I don't like to talk about that, Mr. Featherland.
It could be vital to the case, Dr. Quetzal. Don't back down.
You've come so far, you gotta follow through.
Oh, you're right. There's no use turning back now. So, Albert's tongue was torn out, or cut off, I don't know exactly, and he was blinded in one eye, or rather, one of his eyes was missing entirely.
What is this?
So you're saying Albert was brought back horribly mutilated?
Yes. And they didn't give any explanation as to what had happened. They simply told me it was some kind of accident.
Dr. Quetzal is cold and professional, but he's also very confused. Maybe it's cruel, but I must exploit his vulnerability if I want to learn everything about Albert.
I've got no idea
Focus,
what's going on.
Confused.
Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about. Did you examine his wounds thoroughly? You didn't believe Albert had an accident, is that right? The two fellows who brought you back, could you describe them? I must be cruel. You looked at the wounds. Tell me about the specifics.
Maybe it's not easy for you to talk about it, but did you examine his wounds thoroughly?
I'm not that kind of doctor, Mr. Featherland. But even I could determine his tongue was either cut out or bitten off, and his eye was gouged out. He also had several broken bones.
But there's no doubt it wasn't an accident.
I don't believe it was, Mr. Featherland.
I totally agree.
What was Albert's condition after the incident? Concentrate. What do you think happened? Pull yourself together is kind of harsh. Or do I need to be like that? Do I need to be like that? So, do I give him the rough treatment, or do I say concentrate and appeal to his mind? If he's a daydreamer, we'll make him concentrate.
Concentrate, Doctor. What do you think happened to Albert?
I'm sure it was Hobart. He ordered his men to mutilate poor Albert.
But why would he do that?
Maybe Albert saw something he could accidentally reveal.
To whom? The four walls? A couple of crazies? You?
To anyone, Mr. Featherland.
I don't think it's that simple, Doctor. But thank you for your honest opinion.
You're welcome, Detective.
Okay, so what happened then?
What happened then? How did Albert disappear?
A few weeks later, Hobart came to visit Albert one more time. Albert had been in terrible condition by then. We even had to transfer him to another cell, a more safe one.
It's interesting that the doctor and the nurse, they're quite sympathetic to Albert and they're quite concerned with his treatment, obviously as like medical professionals. But the treatment that this Albert has received is pretty diabolical.
What did Hobart do during the visit?
He didn't do anything. He just sat and watched his brother, who was in an almost vegetative state by then.
Couldn't you manage to draw anything out of him? You or Hobart?
Nothing. For a while, he was trying to signal something. Perhaps he was too afraid. And most likely his fingers had been broken too, so he couldn't even write.
Do you think Hobart could have killed Albert?
It's horrible to say it, but I'm sure of it.
How did he disappear in the end? Did someone come for him?
That's what's most eerie about it all, Mr. Featherland. He simply disappeared. His door, which only I had a key for, was open.
Did anyone see anything?
No one. We interrogated the staff, even the patients. He simply vanished off the face of the wilderness. We don't know what happened to him.
Unfortunately, I have a hunch. Thank you, Doctor. You've been a great help.
Oh, well, I'm glad I could be of help. But please, I now must attend to my work.
We understand, Doctor. Thank you.
I mean, I think, yeah, the conversation went quite well, but in terms of what's come of this conversation, it's a scary thought. What's happened to this guy? Poor soul. Okay, I guess we need to continue our investigation in the next episode and find out maybe what happened to Albert. I feel really bad for him. Okay, this is Usho signing off, and hopefully I will see you next time.